So the day I dropped my New World excitement video last week was the same day that it was leaked through the internal alpha testing for New World that there's going to be an introduction of a cash shop and seemingly now a battle pass system as well. A lot of people are pissed off. I want to get to the nitty gritty, talk about it, give you guys my opinions and everything in between. If you guys enjoy the content, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. So let's get into it here. New World has come out and they're trying to kind of do some damage control. If you guys didn't hear what happened, a leak from the alpha came out where basically they are testing premium currency shops within the alpha. The original post that was leaked was picked up by a bunch of news outlets. I watched videos from Asmongold and Kira, and I want to give you guys my opinion. So the original post was that New World is introducing in-game purchases for special cosmetic items for players in their in-game homes. We will sell cosmetics in the form of skins, dyes, company crests, and emotes. Doesn't sound so bad. Next sentence says, we may sell quality of life items or boosts that will help players improve their time spent leveling up their character and trade skill experience. This is what pissed people off. Quality of life items in MMOs have always been a controversial topic. You have one end of the spectrum with games like Black Desert Online where it's just so fucking outrageous. It's no longer like that, or at least it's been toned down quite a bit. And then you have games like World of Warcraft, which you can literally now buy currency. Some people call that pay to win. It's a controversial and very touchy subject. But in this post, the developers assured that they're committed on keeping the competitive systems fair and balanced for all customers, and purchases will not provide a competitive edge over another player who chooses not to purchase additional items. My initial thoughts on this whole thing is that if you actually have to post that it's not going to give a competitive edge, then you already know that this is going to cause an uproar in the community, considering a long time ago, like way back when this game was first announced, they pledged that there would never be pay-to-win items in the game. Now, I have a lot of thoughts on pay-to-win in video games and community feedback and customer and gamer feedback versus developer feedback. We're going to get into that in a little bit. I just want to give you guys the facts before I give you my opinion. So they say during the May release, we'll be testing our new in-game store. Players will be seated with the new currency Marks of Fortune that can purchase a lumberjack skin, a premium emote, and a red, black, and gold dye pack. So this was leaked and the community uproared. Like, it has been just nothing but discussion and drama and controversy ever since that was leaked last week. Amazon comes out on the 14th of May and they put a statement out on Twitter basically saying some questions have come up from our recent patch notes discussing an in-game storefront. They say their plan is to have a store that creates an outlet for players who find enough value in store items that they're happy to purchase them. Their plan is not and never will be to create a feeling that store items are necessary to enjoy the game. All players will be able to play the full game experience we ship without having to make store purchases. And I don't think the controversy is sparking because people think they're going to need to do it. It's the fact that some of these options are available to them in the first place before the game even comes out. There are games like World of Warcraft that does character boosting, but it usually happens after, I mean, fuck me, World of Warcraft's been out for almost 20 years at this point. I think character boosting was introduced, I want to say like 6 years ago, something like that. So there's already so much content that has basically become irrelevant that character boosting is kind of accepted. New World hasn't even released yet. It goes on to say that all store items at launch will be exclusively cosmetic in nature. They're introducing the storefront in alpha in order to test these items and their value. They say looking towards the future, they're also going to test ideas on how to offer players quality of life items for mechanics like rested XP and fast travel, both obtainable in-game and purchasable in the store. The timing of release for these types of items will depend on how players progress in the months after launch. The more players who are able to experience all of our exciting endgame content and game modes, the healthier the overall game experience will be for all players. This is where I call bullshit. If I've learned anything from playing World of Warcraft is when you give players the option to buy a character boost to level 60 or whatever the level cap is going to be, it diminishes the quality of that player exponentially. Players not knowing how to play their classes, jumping into the new expansion, boosting to endgame, and not really understanding how rotations work, actually doing endgame content with new players who have just boosted. It's absolutely atrocious. They say their goal with any type of item is that they're not offering an advantage that imbalances the game. We understand that this line is based on player interpretation, so we ask for your patience while we test in alpha and listen to your feedback. For transparency on future plans, we are also contemplating, but not having finalized, a Battle Pass style program that would combine store items on a periodic basis. This will also be tested ahead of time to ensure it provides a strong value without disrupting gameplay for those not participating. Much further along, there is also the possibility of optional expansions, which would have a separate cost. Now, I'm totally fine with expansions. Let's just get this right on the table. I'm fine with expansions, and I tolerate a cosmetic-only cash shop. I'm not a big fan because I'm a PvE player at heart. If I'm grinding for raid gear that looks like shit compared to this guy who went and spent $20 and it looks like he slayed 6 fucking dragons to get it, to me, it has no business being in there. However, I do understand the business side of things too. A cosmetic cash shop is okay to me. It's not the best option. In my opinion, the best option is a subscription fee. And I know a lot of people hate subscription models now, which actually fucking sucks, because if you go off of the $1 an hour type mentality that it seems like gamers usually go for, a subscription fee is fuck all in the general scheme of things. I saw people complaining that a sub fee of like $15, that's $180 a year. I know for me personally, if the game is fucking solid, I can get 5 times that amount in like the first 3 months. It doesn't even matter. And a lot of people are shitting on Amazon for doing what they're doing in terms of this quality of life stuff for rested XP and fast travel. The part that really pisses me off about this whole situation is New World's thinly veiled attempt at saying that this is for the player. And this is so that everybody can reach endgame for those who don't have as much time. You know, the people working 9-to-5 jobs who have other things going on in their life that might not have time to play and invest in the game that we're making. We're going to cater our entire monetization ecosystem to those fucking people. It has nothing to do with helping those players go to endgame. Those are the casual players that we know when it comes to, you know, free-to-play models and mobile monetizations. Those are the whales. Those are the ones that are just going to pay to progress and get to endgame. Now, in an MMO setting like this, I don't think that's going to have a huge effect on my personal enjoyment of the game. I saw people talking about how if somebody can just pay to get to endgame, it kind of diminishes the time that I'm putting in. And at the end of the day, as soon as an expansion came out for World of Warcraft, everything that I've been doing for the last 2 years goes to shit. The problem is Amazon isn't even giving New World a chance to get off the ground and create a fucking community around it. They're already putting in all of this shit that turns people away right off the bat. So while I don't think somebody paying to get to endgame with better rested experience is going to be an issue, the issue is when new players might be looking at New World as a potential, you know, oh god, Amazon's making a new MMO. They actually have the resources. Maybe they're going to be up there with games like World of Warcraft, and then they're going to go to the subreddit or look on Twitter or look around, and they're going to see videos like Kira, like Asmongold, like this. They're going to see Reddit threads talking about the pay-to-win aspects, the cash up, and all. They're just going to see all the bullshit, which I think should be talked about, but it already hurts the player base right off the bat, and it's because Amazon is in it to make fucking money. We all get that. But Jesus fucking Christ, we have a buy-to-play model, we have a cash shop, quality of life improvements, and they're already talking about battle passes. I made a video on Caliber the other day in which I said I don't think the game is actually pay to win, I just think it suffers from over-monetization, and I'm starting to get the same feeling here with New World. Do I give a shit if somebody pays to skip past the content? I don't. That just really means that your content isn't worth fucking playing. What's the game actually going to be like once it comes out and launches? If people can just pay to progress through all this shit that we're grinding for, it's not going to affect my enjoyment of it, but is it going to be enjoyable in the first place? I think the two biggest things is, the first one, they're not even giving this game a chance to get off the ground without throwing 1,000 fucking microtransactions and everything else in between right off the bat. And the second thing is they're trying to hide behind that, oh, we just care about the players that don't have enough. You guys don't give a shit about anybody but yourselves, and we understand that. Like, just fucking say it. Like, I think it's more insulting that you're trying to hide behind this convoluted bullshit story of you trying to care about the players. Just say that you're in it for money, because I know for a fact that the MMORPG community cannot cohesively decide on what the best monetization option is for a game like this. You have people that are okay with cash shops like me if it's cosmetic only. You have people that fucking hate cosmetic only. You have people that want everything for free. You want people who are okay with sub fees, people who hate sub fees. You can't find what the best option is without pissing somebody off. It's one of those things. Not everybody is going to be happy, and no matter what they do, you're going to have some sort of fucking group reeing on Reddit threads regardless. And the biggest problem is all this is just fueling that fire for more and more hate. Amazon decided to take the dollar over fostering a community. Is anybody fucking surprised? I still want to play New World. I just know that this game is already starting off on the wrong foot. I think it's already starting with one foot in the ground. If Amazon doesn't, change their ways and listen to the gamers, which we all know they're not going to do, I think long term this game suffers greatly from more and more reaching. This is a slippery slope already, and it's just going to get worse and worse if people let them get away with it. The problem is there are going to be so many casual people playing this game. Those microtransactions are going to make them an absolute fuck ton of money regardless. So for me, I'm going to try and enjoy myself at launch and hope for the best, but just completely expect to get fucked in the ass yet again from another MMORPG that just doesn't understand. There's always ashes of creation though, right? My name is Bigfry. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy the content, leave a like on the video, subscribe for more just like this, and I'll see you on the next one.